My wife's friend sent us a wedding invitation last month, and something about it felt off from the start. The card said to arrive at 9 p.m. Just that. No mention of a ceremony time, no cocktail hour, nothing. Just, join us at 9 p.m. to celebrate. I remember reading it out loud to my wife and asking, "Isn't that late for a wedding?" She shrugged. "Maybe they're doing an evening ceremony. Some couples do that now." I let it go for a few days. But the timing kept nagging at me, so one night I decided to actually look into it. I found the couple's wedding website, buried under a Details tab most guests probably never bothered clicking. And there it was, laid out clearly. Ceremony at 4 p.m. Cocktail hour at 5:30. Dinner starting at 7 p.m. Nowhere on our invitation did any of that appear. We'd been told 9 p.m. and only 9 p.m. I sat there for a second doing the math. Ceremony, cocktails, dinner, toasts. By the time all of that wrapped up, it would be close to 9 p.m. Which meant we weren't invited to any of it. We were invited to the dancing. The party. The part that comes after the real wedding, once the B-list shows up to fill the dance floor and pad out the guest count for photos. I showed my wife the website. She stared at the screen for a long moment, scrolling up and down like she expected the ceremony time to disappear if she looked hard enough. "That doesn't make sense," she said. "We've been friends since college." "No," my wife said. "Nothing. Just the invitation." That was the part that stung her the most, I think. Not the late start time itself, but finding out secondhand, through a website neither of us was supposed to notice, that we'd been quietly sorted into a lesser tier of guest. We talked about it for 2 days. My wife went back and forth. She didn't want to lose the friendship over an invitation, but she also couldn't shake the feeling of being managed rather than invited. In the end, she decided not to go. No dance, no dinner, no gift. If we weren't important enough to include in the real day, we weren't going to show up and pretend otherwise, and we definitely weren't going to send a gift for a wedding we technically weren't invited to. We never said anything to the friend directly. My wife just quietly declined, kept her response polite and short, and left it at that. No drama, no confrontation. Just a clear line drawn. A few weeks later, my wife heard through a mutual friend that several other people had gotten the same 9 p.m. only invitation and had figured out the same thing. Apparently, there was a whole tier of guests invited just for the party, all quietly working out the math on their own, just like we did. I still can't get over the logic of it. If you don't have room in the budget for certain guests to attend the full wedding, that's completely understandable. Weddings are expensive, and hard choices have to be made. But don't dress it up as an invitation and still expect gifts for a celebration you deliberately excluded them from. Who does this?